Your dog been getting money, DMX like. Been in these streets since BMX bikes. I just do it in a pair of 3M check Nikes. Why not? That's who I'm trying to see them checks like. I'm who you dream of being fresh like. Put holes through your fly shit, leave them distressed like. We'll be rich forever, we invest right. You know he's doing more if you see him less, right?
Checking in real quick. Decided to drop this video talking about two topics. You know, you gotta watch the people you keep around you, the companies you allow to be around you, and you know, planning to succeed. Basically, you know, having a plan in place and a goal for whatever it is that you're doing and how you plan to go about accomplishing that. So one of my older cousins is basically the perfect example to talk about these two things with, because here's a guy who got a CDL at 18 years old, started driving OTR when he was 21, as soon as he was legally able to, and did it for over 20 years, just about 25 years. Now, right now, he's driving locally a dump truck back at home, and that's cool, you know, good for him. But he didn't plan. He really had no plan at all. He just knew he wanted to drive trucks and drive over the road. So, I mean, if you can spend 25 years over the road and not have any money to show for it, any savings to show for it, there's a problem. Where did all this money go? And, you know, this is a guy who drove flatbed, reefer, dry van, tanker, pretty much everything. And doesn't really have anything to show for it today, you know? Essentially, what he should be doing, he's driving a dump truck locally, he should just be doing that just because he feels like it, not in order to survive, not to continue making a living. You know, if he did everything the way it should have been done as an over-the-road truck driver for 25 years, you know, if you think about the fact that if he was able to put aside, $10,000 seems like a lot, and to be fair, he was a company driver majority of his career, pretty much all of his career. So maybe $10,000 a year. I don't think it's unreasonable, but maybe it is. But if he was able to put aside $10,000 a year into an IRA or into a personal savings account, that's $250,000 plus interest. So it doesn't make any sense to me, you know. But like I said, he didn't have a plan. He didn't have a goal. He just wanted to drive the truck. So, obviously, when I was, we talked, you know, not every day or anything like that, but we would talk because he knew from an early age that I was really interested in trucks. So, he would give me advice and whatnot. When I started driving locally, he gave me advice, and he just wanted to check in and see how I was doing and everything, which was cool. Appreciated that. So, naturally, when I decided to go OTR after all the research I did, you know, looking at several companies, starting off with Schneider, then going down a list and ending up with Prime as the choice. Naturally, I spoke to him to get his advice and his input about, you know, what I should expect going OTR, and, you know, just any tools, any nuggets or jewels he could drop that I could pick up, which he did. He gave me some. I'm not gonna knock him. He gave me some, but a lot of things he told me I already knew, but it was a couple of things that he kind of told me about that that helped me out since I've been out here. But like I said, he spent most of his time as a company driver. He decided to lease. He did a lease purchase 2 or 3 years ago and failed pretty bad, to the point where he told me he almost lost his house and everything. Now, you know, I felt bad for him. Anybody should. I feel bad for anybody in that situation. But the point of the matter is, he didn't research the company that he chose to lease with. He chose to lease with this company called Dart, a lease purchase. Now, I have a friend of mine right now who drives for Dart, but he's a company driver, and he has nothing bad to say about him. And I don't know anything about them on a personal level, but I did research them when I was looking at companies, because they did have a lease purchase program, and I was interested in doing that. And then I did the research on them. I read, the breakdown of their program. I looked up drivers' reviews of their program and to see how many people were successful and what drivers had to say. And I found nothing positive about their lease purchase program at all. Everything was negative. Every review I read strongly advised you to not even consider it. I know one review, the guy was like, man, if you're interested in making $300 a week, then this is the place for you. It's basically, it's just a setup. It's just dicking down the fucking drivers. That's what that program does. No lube. So that's how a majority of these lease programs and lease purchase programs are with these companies. And that's what my cousin was relaying to me. So when I told him I was interested in doing that, he pretty much was like, don't do that, you're going to fail. And that's when he gave me his personal experience with it. He's like, don't do it. But upon my research with Prime, after I did my research on Schneider and was interested in them, but couldn't get on there because I had no OTR experience, I was looking up companies, stumbled across Prime. I read Prime's program, so this sounds like it makes some type of sense. I looked up reviews from truck drivers, and pretty much at least 80% of the reviews I read on sites like Trucker Report or other forums where truck drivers give their opinions and personal experience, at least 80% of them were all positive and recommended Prime as a company to get on with as a company or a lease driver. But I was specifically looking for lease. So, I mean, all of them, every site I went on, it was like out of 20 comments, 17 of them positive, strongly recommend them. So, and then of course, doing my research and getting on the YouTube and stumbling across guys like Lil Sean Parks and seeing how he was doing with it, and him basically giving you the nuggets on how to be successful with it, that played a large role in my decision as well. But so when I didn't tell him about it because he was just so adamant, because he was one of those guys where it's like, I know, I've done it, I know, you don't know. So it was like when I tell him I did the research, this, that, and the third, and he just shoot it down. Like, he just pretty much was kind of one of them guys who was like, man, you either gonna listen to what I say or basically fuck you. It's kind of the vibe that I was getting from him. So I made my decision. I went on at least. I'm doing pretty good as I've relayed to y'all on several occasions. He caught wind of it. He couldn't help to, because he's on my Facebook friend list, so he couldn't help but to catch wind of it, and he ended up calling another one of our relatives, and he was talking to her about some shit, and ended up bringing me up and just kind of was bashing me on the phone there, and she didn't understand why. And then she ended up, because obviously he's an older cousin of mine, so he's around the same age as my mom, so they kind of grew up together. And the cousin that he called, she ended up calling my mom and kind of telling her about what happened and what he was saying. So I mean, of course, it got back to me, and I didn't contact him and ask him, why are you talking shit about me and I haven't done anything to you. You know what I mean? Like, my decision was, well, all right, fuck it. I know where you stand now. Now I deal with you accordingly. I don't got shit to say to you. That's pretty much how I carry it. And he was kind of contacting me once or twice a month just to check in, see how I was doing. But ever since he made those comments, and I never acknowledged them and never let him know that I knew about them, but he knew that the shit got back to me, because that's how our family is. That's probably how most families are. So he knew the shit was gonna get back to me. Haven't heard from him since. And that's cool. I ain't worried about it. Like, I don't even understand why the dude was hating on me. I haven't even accomplished much yet. All I've done is come out here and been successful by my own standards over these first 3 months. I haven't even gotten close to where I plan to be. So if he was already in his feelings about that, I can't imagine how he gonna feel 5 to 10 years from now when I'm balling on him, because it's gonna happen. So I'm saying, you know, he didn't plan. He didn't plan, and he failed. I have a plan. I did research. I have a goal. I have a purpose. He came on the road with no goal, no plan, and no purpose, just to have fun. And now he's going on 50. He's driving locally, which is nothing wrong with that. But spending 25 years on the road, you should have a nice piece of change set up somewhere. You shouldn't be driving a dump truck because you have to in order to maintain after spending 25 years on the road. Because the way I'm looking at it is, after 25 years on the road and then deciding to go local, that's basically like you're retiring from OTR driving. So when you retire, you have some type of retirement fund or account available. That's what adults do. That's what grown men do. That's the people with the mindset of thinking past today and thinking about a year, 2 years, 10, 20 years from now. Not just thinking about what I can do tomorrow with this money. Gotta have a plan, gotta have a goal. You gotta stick to that shit, man. Then the next point was watching the people you keep around you. Because as you can see, everybody who is around you or you know, has some type of relationship with you does not want to see you do well. Does not want to see you succeed. And in some cases, they want to see you do all right. They want to see you do good. They just don't want to see you do better than them. They don't want to feel inferior. And that's a personal thing, because I can speak on myself. I don't brag, I don't gloat, I don't do anything to make anybody feel like they're less than me because I'm doing better at something than you are. So that's just, he just was insecure with himself, which led him to do what he did, and which is why we're in the situation we're in now, where it's like, look, all right, dude, just stay away from me. If that's how you feel, just don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. I'm always gonna be fine. My mindset, I'm always gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? So even when I was driving locally and that wasn't enough money, all I did was get another grind and was doing Uber and Lyft on the weekends when I got off of work. I'm gonna be fine. Me and mine's gonna be fine. So he was a perfect example, as y'all can see. You can see how his career went. Didn't plan, didn't have a goal, just was out here having fun, spending the money he made on whatever he wanted, motorcycles, cars, you know what I'm saying? It's just stupid shit. And now look at you, now you 50 years old, should have at least 6 figures saved up, and you still gotta work just to survive. So he spent all his career as a company driver. The one time he branched out to do the lease, he failed because why? He didn't plan. He didn't do research. He just walked into that lease purchase blindly, signed them papers, and almost lost everything they did have. So then you turn around and you tell me you want to see me do well, you want to help me, and then you see that I leased because I put up the LLC. He knows what all that shit mean because he did it. I shared my little LLC formation and company name and picture of my truck and shit. I guess he was feeling some type of way. See that I'm doing all right, catch wind that I'm doing all right, and now you want to hate. Now, like I said, I'm not even anywhere near where I'm gonna be. But just to reiterate, man, watch the people you keep around you and plan to succeed. Because by default, if you don't plan to succeed, then you plan to fail. I'm a strong-willed dude. I'm a strong-minded guy. Some people literally have to be in solitude if they can't surround themselves with like-minded people because they're easily influenced. I'm not easily influenced. Some people, if you're on a mindset of you trying to work hard, you're trying to grind, you're trying to improve your life, you got goals that you're trying to accomplish, but the people that you hang out with and associate with are just nonchalant, just worrying about what I can do today, fuck tomorrow, that those people, they'll eventually rub off on you. and detract you from the success that you're on your path to. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to share that with y'all. You know, that's why I say the grind never stops, because it doesn't. When you got a goal in mind, you got a plan in place, the grind never stops. You might take a break, but even then, you should still be thinking about how the grind should continue and can continue. So that's why I say, man, grind never stops. Do what you gotta do now so you can do what you want to do later. Because I'm doing what I gotta do now, so that when I'm 50, like my cousin, I'm gonna be doing what the fuck I want to do. I'm not gonna be obligated to do anything. I'm not saying he doesn't want to drive the dump truck, but pretty sure he'd rather have money saved up to where he could be pretty much traveling and whatnot, you know, working because he felt like it when he felt like it, not because he has to clock in and day out 5 days a week. You know, get yourself to the point where you buy your own truck. He could have bought his own dump truck if he had this shit right and just worked when he felt like it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like I say, just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm focused, I'm grinding, man. Y'all should do the same. But anyways, y'all know, until next time, man, y'all stay up, y'all stay safe. And I'll holler at y'all in the